Have you ever thought about the power of your emotions? That gut-wrenching feeling of fear or the euphoria of pure joy? And the magical world of hypnosis, where the mind dances between reality and dreams. Now imagine if we could intertwine the two, exploring the vast depths of our emotional selves through the guiding light of hypnosis. Intrigued? Let's dive deeper. Emotions. They're these intricate threads that weave the tapestry of our existence, painting our days with hues of love, despair, excitement, and a myriad of other feelings. We've all been there, haven't we? Experiencing moments where our emotions seem like an overwhelming tidal wave or a gentle whisper in the wind. But have you ever paused and thought about where these emotions stem from and how they impact our decision-making, relationships, and overall well-being? Imagine if we had a tool, a key perhaps, to unlock the doors of our subconscious, to converse with our deepest fears, joys, and desires. Enter the realm of hypnosis. Far from the dramatic portrayals in movies, hypnosis isn't about controlling minds, but rather a bridge, guiding us into our subconscious, letting us dance with our emotions. Now I can almost hear the gears turning in your head. Can hypnosis really turn off emotions? Let's debunk that myth right away. Picture your emotions not as simple on-off switches, but as intricate dials, each requiring finesse and understanding. Hypnosis doesn't seek to mute them, but to amplify, understand, and channel them. Picture this: your brain, that wonderful complex organ, lit up, showcasing the regions affected by hypnosis. Through the marvels of science, we've discovered how hypnosis engages the areas responsible for attention and sensory input. It's like tuning an old radio, adjusting the dials just right to hear a clear signal. Now, doesn't that sound fascinating? But as with all things, it's essential to approach hypnosis with both curiosity and caution. Just as a compass guides a sailor, professional hypnotherapists, with their empathy and patience, serve as our guiding stars in this hypnotic journey. And trust, dear viewer, is our anchor. Have you ever considered diving into the world of hypnotherapy? For those moments when the weight of the world seems a bit too much, or when past traumas cast long shadows on our present. Imagine if we had a roadmap to navigate these emotional landscapes. And speaking of guidance, have you ever explored the transformative power of a self-hypnosis course? A compass, if you will, pointing you towards understanding and healing. I have a little secret to share. There's this fantastic 5-day free self-hypnosis course that might just be the nudge you need on this journey. Dive in and unlock the mysteries of hypnosis, discovering the power within. Curious? If so, check the link out in the description. Anyways, our emotions, as complex as they are beautiful, form the core of our being. And hypnosis? Well, think of it as a melodic tune, inviting us to dance, explore, and grow. Now let's talk about trust. Trust in hypnotherapy is paramount. Think about your most cherished relationships. They're built on trust, aren't they? A bond between a skilled hypnotherapist and their client is no different. The therapist isn't a wizard with a magic wand, but a guide with empathy, patience, and excellent listening skills, leading you on a journey inward. Without trust, the door to the subconscious remains closed. But let me play devil's advocate for a second. Are there risks? Well, just like with any therapeutic intervention, of course there are. But remember, it's about finding a certified and ethical practitioner. Would you hand over the keys to your house to a stranger? Probably not. Treat the keys to your subconscious with the same care. Let's tackle a controversial question. Can hypnosis be used as a form of emotional detoxification? Well, in a way, yes. Through hypnosis, one can promote emotional release and healing, much like how a detox helps our body rid itself of toxins. Imagine shedding emotional baggage and emerging lighter and rejuvenated. Tempting, isn't it? But there's a little caveat. If you're dealing with severe mental health disorders or experiencing psychotic symptoms, it's essential to approach hypnotherapy with caution. Remember, it's a tool, not a cure-all. Always consult with healthcare professionals when you're in doubt. All right, I've got one last thing to share. You see, at the end of the day, hypnosis is about understanding and transforming our emotions. It's not about silencing or suppressing them. Embrace the journey. Understand the nuances. Because when we dive deep and truly understand ourselves, the world becomes a brighter, more manageable place. And whether you're exploring hypnosis out of curiosity or seeking it as a therapeutic tool. Remember, it's about empowerment, emotional healing, and improved well-being. Embrace the process, and you might just surprise yourself with the discoveries you make. Have you ever felt that your mind is like this massive, intricate library? Each section of this library holds memories, thoughts, fears, dreams, and somewhere in there is a section dedicated to our emotions. Now, what if I told you there's a way to manage that section better? Yep, you guessed right, hypnotherapy. Now, who's ever tried to meditate or relax but just couldn't? I've been there. Stress and anxiety can be loud roommates in our minds, but with hypnotherapy, we can finally ask them to keep it down. Techniques like progressive relaxation and guided imagery can guide us into a state where we take the wheel and steer our emotions. But hold on, can we talk about trauma for a second? For those of us who've been through emotional storms, doesn't the idea of facing them sound daunting? Absolutely. But with hypnotherapy, it's like having a loyal friend by our side, helping us confront and heal those wounds, because sometimes to heal, we have to revisit and reshape our responses. By the way, have you guys heard of the 5-day free self-hypnosis course? If you're curious, this might be a golden ticket. It offers insights into the world of hypnotherapy from the comfort of your home. Check out the link in the description, and maybe, just maybe, embark on a journey of self-discovery. Okay, now let's think about this. Would you trust someone with your deepest secrets if they weren't empathetic or understanding? Of course not. Similarly, when choosing a hypnotherapist, we need to find that bond, that trust, a relationship where they're not just professionals but also guides, leading us through the intricate pathways of our minds. But wait a minute. Before you all rush to book a session, let's balance the scales. Everything has its pros and cons, right? And hypnotherapy isn't any different. While many experience benefits, a few might feel a tad dizzy or anxious after a session. It's like going to the gym. Sometimes we might strain a muscle, especially if we don't have the right trainer. That's why it's essential to find a certified, ethical hypnotherapist. Can you picture an emotional roller coaster? We've all been on it, but with hypnotherapy, we're not just passengers. We get to be the drivers. We get to navigate, understand, and embrace our emotions in ways we never thought possible. As we journey through life's ups and downs, tools like hypnosis serve as our trusty compass, pointing us towards emotional well-being, because we're all on a journey, and every journey is unique. But with the right tools and a sprinkle of curiosity, we can make it a memorable one. So why not give hypnotherapy a shot? Dive into the waters of your emotions, and who knows, you might discover treasures you never knew existed. Now, have you ever thought about the people guiding these sessions, the hypnotherapists? They aren't just any regular scuba instructors. They're more like those deep-sea divers who've experienced the challenges of the depths and know how to navigate them. They've trained, studied, and honed their skills to guide us safely on our inner journeys. However, it's crucial that we, as explorers, ensure our safety. You wouldn't dive into a deep unknown part of the ocean without making sure your gear is in top shape, right? Similarly, before diving into hypnotherapy, we need to ensure we're doing it safely, ethically, and with well-trained professionals. Remember, knowledge is power, my friends. Speaking of diving, there's this 5-day free self-hypnosis course I mentioned earlier. Think of it as a snorkeling trip before the deep-sea dive. It gives you a taste of the beauty below and helps you decide if you're ready for the deeper journey. If you haven't yet, give it a glance. The link's right in the description. But let's shift gears for a moment. I want to address the elephant in the room. The risks. Nothing is without its challenges. Some people might surface from their hypnotherapy session feeling a bit lost or overwhelmed. That's okay. It's a part of the process, and it's essential to have a good support system like a buoy to help you float and find your way back. Now imagine if we could channel all these emotions, these discoveries about ourselves, into something constructive. Imagine if we could take our fears, our joys, our sorrows, and use them to paint, write, sing, or even dance. What a world that would be. Our emotions, when understood and managed, can become our greatest strengths. Remember that every day is a new opportunity to learn, grow, and explore our emotional depths. With tools like hypnotherapy, we can do it safely, ethically, and with purpose. Our emotions are the symphony of our lives, and with hypnotherapy we can become the maestros. Now, I've seen those quizzical eyebrows, and yes, I hear you. Can hypnosis really help with stress management? You bet it can. Hypnosis is like that soothing voice on a chaotic ride, helping you find calm amidst the storm. It's like that serene moment at the top of the coaster before the big drop, giving you a moment of clarity amidst the frenzy. All right, you say. But what about something more severe, like anxiety? Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Hypnotherapy is like the safety harness on that daunting ride of life. It ensures you're securely fastened, ready to face the challenges. Anxiety, my friends, is merely a loop-the-loop that hasn't been mastered yet. And with the right guidance, you'll be riding it hands-free, wind in your hair, shouting woohoo in no time. Now think about the past traumas we've all faced. Remember the drops that seemed never-ending? With hypnotherapy, we're not just going on those drops blindfolded. We're revisiting them with a seasoned ride operator. We're reassured knowing we're safe as we re-experience and reframe our memories, coming out stronger on the other side. But how successful is this hypnotherapy you speak of? Like any ride, it varies for everyone. Some master it in a few goes, while others need a season pass. But remember, with every session, every revisit, we're getting more acquainted, more in control. And before you know it, you're the one guiding others through the twists and turns. Now, before we end our little chat, here's a golden nugget. If you're curious about embarking on this transformative journey, there's a 5-day free self-hypnosis course. Think of it as a sneak peek, a short cue to the most exhilarating ride of your life. Check out the link in the description. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. But wait, I sense a burning question. Can hypnosis turn off emotions? My dear friend, emotions are what make the ride worth it. Hypnosis doesn't turn them off. It gives you a sturdier seatbelt, a clearer view, and a renewed thrill for the adventure ahead. Life is the grandest roller coaster of all, and with tools like hypnotherapy, we're not just passive riders. We're the architects of our emotional theme parks. And who knows, with a bit of courage and the right guidance, we might just find ourselves adding loops and turns we never thought possible. And speaking of adventures, how many of you have ever felt the need for an emotional detox? Yes, just like how we occasionally need to cleanse our bodies of impurities, our minds too yearn for that rejuvenation. Hypnotherapy, my friends, is like that gentle detox for the soul. By helping you wade through those murky emotional waters, you emerge clearer, lighter, and more vibrant. But how many sessions would I need? I hear someone pondering. The age-old question. Just as we don't expect to become expert riders after a single spin on a roller coaster, our emotional journeys with hypnotherapy vary. Some might find solace in a few sessions, while others might revel in the long, transformative odysseys. But isn't that the beauty of it? Our unique paths, our individual stories. But what about those of us grappling with severe emotional challenges? Can hypnosis be our answer? An essential inquiry indeed. Hypnosis, while a mighty tool, isn't the sole savior, but it can be a part of an ensemble cast, harmonizing with other therapeutic techniques to create a melody of healing. Let me put it this way. Imagine you're assembling a toolkit to fix a complex machine, which is your mind. You wouldn't rely on just a single tool, would you? No. You'd want an array of tools, each perfect for a specific task. Hypnotherapy might be your trusty wrench, but sometimes you might need the precision of a screwdriver, like CBT or psychotherapy. Together, they ensure that the machine runs smoothly, efficiently, and with minimal hiccups. And for those pondering, but can hypnosis address emotions like guilt, anger, or grief? Oh, absolutely. Think of these emotions as those intricate sections of our roller coaster, the parts that seem overwhelming at first. But with hypnotherapy guiding us, we understand them, navigate them, and ultimately master them, making our entire ride smoother and more enjoyable. Now, before our gathering disperses, let me leave you with this. Emotions, whether they be joy or sorrow, fear or excitement, are the very essence of our human experience. They color our world, give depth to our stories, and add thrill to our rides. And while we might occasionally seek tools like hypnotherapy to navigate them, it's essential to embrace and cherish each twist, turn, and loop. Remember, the most memorable roller coasters aren't the straightforward ones, but those with unexpected turns and thrilling loops. So embrace your journey, harness the tools at your disposal, and cherish every single moment. For those curious souls yearning to dive deeper, don't forget the 5-day free self-hypnosis course. It's your golden ticket, your front row seat to understanding the magical world of the subconscious. And who knows, it might just be the beginning of the most exhilarating ride of your life. And before we part ways, let me leave you with a little morsel to ponder upon. Have you ever observed a child at play, completely absorbed, free from the burdens of the world, and in sync with their truest self? That, my friends, is the state hypnotherapy nudges us towards, a return to our most genuine, untouched essence. It's not about erasing or suppressing emotions, but rather embracing and understanding them, giving us the freedom to dance through life's melodies, much like that carefree child. So as you sail through the sea of life, remember, storms may come, but with the right tools and guidance, we can always find our way back to calm waters. Till our next chat, keep exploring, keep diving, and most importantly, keep being you. Because, my dear friends, that's where the magic truly lies. And as always, stay curious, stay informed, and hey, don't forget to take a peek at that self-hypnosis link. It might just be the lighthouse you've been searching for.